Okay, the last little bit here, looking at credit cards. So, three classes, all on the same sort of thing, but they're important that we got a good understanding of how they work. These are things, they're all things that you're going to come across in your life, whatever you do. Okay, so this is really valuable information to learn. Okay, credit cards. Stay away from them. They're no good. Credit cards get so many people into trouble, like financially. Personally, I don't have a credit card, I have a debit card. My money's there, I only spend what money I've got. Okay, it is so easy. It's so easy just to borrow money and get into debt if you've got a credit card. Okay, so enough of the sermon. Let's learn a little bit about why credit cards are such a problem. Okay, they work on the basis of compound interest, and the interest compounds daily. That is the problem. Okay, now you might get a period where you don't have to pay interest, that's fine, but if you still owe some at the end of that period, your interest goes up very, very quickly. It accrues daily, and you pay interest on the interest. Okay, so that's why credit card debts can be such a problem. And the other thing is because they're so easy. If you've still got a little card, you just hand it over, bang, it goes on the credit card, and you don't think anything of it until it comes time to pay it back. Okay, so we've got this formula, and see these 365's crept in because the interest rate has to get divided by 365, and n here, n is in days. Okay, so effectively this is the formula that you want. A equals that one, because that's just the same formula made to look good. Just put the 365 down the bottom. Okay, and to work out the interest, once again, it's just the amount minus the principal, starting amount. Okay, so the interest is calculated daily. That's the main, the key there. So we're going to do example 21. We want to work out how much interest is payable on a credit card debt of $5,630. Someone might have just bought a great big screen TV. 17.8% per annum for 27 days. Okay, so they've probably bought it early in the month and they've got 27 days to pay it off. So we're going to use our formula. A equals P, 1 plus R over 365 with two zeros to the power of n. Okay, n is 27, R is a 17.8, P is the 5630, so we're just putting everything in. 5630 times 1 plus 17.8 over 36500 to the power of 27. Okay, you can put that into your calculator just like that. Make sure you're using the brackets and it should work. Try it. Okay, pause the video, go get your calculator, put those numbers into your calculator and make sure you can get this answer. So it's $5,704.60. Okay, so that's the amount that they have to pay back. So we've been asked to find the interest. So the interest is going to be 5,704.60 minus the 5,630, and they're paying $74.60 interest. Doesn't sound much, does it? Only 27 days. Okay, that's less than a month. They're paying $74.60 just for the privilege of having this loan for 27 days. Okay, so what do we want? Now the other thing with credit cards, you get these pay nothing for the first month, things like that. You generally get a credit, you get a period where you can pay your credit card back. So quite often there's a particular what's called a particular statement period. okay, when your statements come out. And usually it's at the end of the month or the start of the next month. And if you pay off your credit card before that statement period, it won't appear in the statement. You won't get you won't get charged interest. It is effectively interest free. If you can manage it like that, if you get caught out, then you're paying interest. Okay. So if you make a purchase on, say, the 10th of June, it gives you 20 days to pay it off. And there is also another an extra bit, so you get an extra 25 days. So you get basically 45 interest-free days. Okay, so you generally get interest-free for 25 days, plus the gap to the gap to the statement period. But if you make a purchase on the 28th of June, you get 2 days plus your 25 days. Okay, so your 25 days interest-free, and then you get 2 days, so you only get 27 days to have interest-free. Okay, so we're just going to do a calculation. It just takes into account the period of interest-free, because they're not paying interest on that. Okay, so let's look at another example. Janelle pays for a holiday in Bali using a credit card. The bank offers us a 30-day statement period plus 25 days interest-free. Now that sort of stuff will be stated in the question. You don't have to assume it. It has to get stated in the question. After that time, the bank charges an interest rate of 20% per annum, compounding daily. Okay, so the cost of the holiday is $1,500, and Janelle makes a purchase on the 17th of August, which is day 10 of a statement period. Okay, so that gives her 14 days clear, I think, to pay it off. So she intends to, we'll check that later on, she intends to pay off the credit card on the 1st of November. At this date, how much will she need to pay back? Okay, so she's going to have the money, she's getting some money coming on the 1st of November, and she's going to be able to pay it back then. So assume no interest is payable on the last day. So what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to work out the interest-free days. And just write stuff down as you're working this out. So it's day 10 of a statement period. She's got a 30-day, so she's got 20 days. So she's got a 30-day statement period, it's day 10, so she's got 20 days on the statement period, plus she's got 25 days interest-free. So that would mean she's got 45 days interest-free. So she's got 45 days from the 17th of August where she doesn't pay any interest at all, which takes her into October. Okay, so she's only going to have less than a month where she has to pay interest. Okay, so now we want to work out the number of days she does have to pay interest on. Okay, so she's got 18th of August to the 31st of August, and that's going to be 14 days. Then she's got from the 1st of September to the 30th of September, which is another 30 days. And then she's got October, which is another 31 days. Okay, so the total number of days is 61, 65, 75 days. That's the total number of days from when she purchases it. So the total number of days from when she purchases it purchase it until the 1st November when she's going to pay it off. Okay, assume no interest is payable on the last day, so we don't have to worry about the 1st of November. Okay, so that means she's got 45 days interest free, so that means she's got 30 days where she pays interest. Makes sense? 75 days for the whole loan, 45 of the days are interest free, so she pays interest for 30 days. Okay, so now we're going to go A equals, she's borrowed 1,500 times 1 plus it's 20% over 36500, and that's going to be to the power of 30 because there's 30 days. Okay, so just getting that, you would be getting it from your bound reference. We're getting it from this formula. Okay, that's where it comes from. But you've got it copied in your bound reference. You just have to look it up. So we put all this into our calculator and work it out, and we find out 1524 and 85 cents is how much she has to pay back. Okay, let's just check the question. What did the question ask? How much will she need to pay back? Well, that's how much she needs to pay back. Okay, didn't ask for interest. If one asked for interest, her interest is $24.85. Okay, which is getting close to $1 a day for the period she has to pay interest for. Okay, so that's how these calculations work. If you have trouble when you're doing any of the questions in exercise 4E3, just come back and look at this example and how we work through it. I want you to copy that example into your bound reference. Let's go back. Actually, sorry, I've gone a bit too quick. So pause the video if you want to copy it. Pause now. And then once you've got all your notes written down, have a go. Exercise 4E, part 3, the tick sheet questions. Any questions? Make sure you ask for help. Okay?